This series of videos is brought to you by the Charlotte Sewing Center, located at 5113 South Boulevard in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're the area's largest Pfaff, Husqvarna Viking, and baby lock dealer. Learn to use your Smarter by Pfaff 140S or 160S sewing machine. Either one of these machines is a great starter sewing machine if you're just learning to sew, or if you're looking for a machine that you can take to classes or take with you when you travel. Either one of these would be a great machine for that purpose. They're mechanical and they're real workhorse machines. In the training videos, we're going to be featuring the Smarter by Pfaff 160S, but everything in the videos applies to both of the machines. The only differences between the machines is that the 140S has a 4-step buttonhole stitch and the 160S has a 1-step buttonhole stitch. We'll be showing you both of the stitches in the videos. The other difference is that the 160S has a couple of stitches more than the 140S has, and of course the colors of the machine are different so you can tell them apart. The 140S is green and white and the 160S is pink and white. So let's get started with an overview of the machine. You'll notice that I have put labels on the machine to indicate some of the various parts of the machine. Those labels are not on the machine when you buy it. They're just put on the machine for training purposes. Okay, so it does come with a foot pedal. The foot pedal is used to power the machine and to control the speed of the machine. And it's attached to it the power cord over here on the end of the machine. You have the power cord where it plugs into the machine and the on-off switch. Higher up on the end of the machine is the hand wheel. The hand wheel is to be turned counterclockwise most of the time. If you're making full revolutions, you would turn it counterclockwise. It's okay to go clockwise. If you're just doing partial turns, full turns, you want to go counterclockwise. And you'll notice at the top of the hand wheel, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's a little indentation here. And up on the machine itself, there's a little dot. When you stop sewing, you want to try to keep those two items aligned, and that way the needle is in the high position. The take-up lever, the needle thread take-up lever, is in the high position, which is where you want it to be most of the time when you stop sewing. So moving around to the front of the machine, this is the stitch selector, and this is the stitch length selector, and we'll be talking more about all of these as we go through the training process. Here's the reverse lever. This is going to let you sew in reverse. This dial up here controls the width of the stitch, and this dial controls the amount of tension that is on the needle thread. Coming on over to the left, this is the needle thread take-up lever. As the needle goes up and down, this take-up lever moves up and down. Moving over to the side of the machine, there is a thread cutter back here on the back of the machine. It's located right here. And I don't know how successful I'll be, but you can bring thread into that thread cutter and cut the thread. On the top of the machine is the pressure dial that controls how much pressure the presser foot is putting on the fabric to help it move through the machine. This one, I did not label this one, but this is the tension disc for when you're winding a bobbin. This is the horizontal spool pin that's going to hold your spool of thread. There is an auxiliary spool pin and this is the hole where that auxiliary spool pin will go. It's going to just fit right in there like that. And over here is the bobbin winder mechanism. That's where we'll be winding the bobbin. Down toward the bottom of the machine, this is the accessory tray. You can open this compartment up and there's storage space in that accessory tray. It will also slide off of the machine so you can have a free arm for sewing pant legs or hats or tote bags, anything that's kind of in the round. That can make it a little easier to do. Here is the needle threader for threading the needle. And this little sticker on the machine that says 6 to 8, that is to remind you to change your needle after every 6 to 8 hours of actual sewing. These little gadgets here that you see that are kind of serrated, rough-edged, these are the feed dogs, and they are what move the fabric through the machine. And as you turn the hand wheel, you can see that the feed dogs will go down below the needle plate and then come back up. So it's kind of like a caterpillar moving the fabric along through the machine. If I turn the machine around to the back of the machine, here's the presser foot lever that raises and lowers the presser foot. And down here with the accessory tray removed, you can see this little slider here. This raises and lowers those feed dogs. So if you move it to the left, as you're looking at it, the feed dogs will drop below the needle plate and they will stay down, so they will not move the fabric through the machine when they're in that lowered position. To raise them again, you just push it to the right. The feed dogs do not automatically come up, but they will come up when you begin to sew. Now we can put the accessory tray back on by just putting it on there and sliding it in place. And next we'll take a look at the accessories that came with the machine.